Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Osama Naveed and I'm very excited to welcome you to another project that I'm working on right now for you guys. And this is a very basic project that is of machine learning, that is of image classification. I'm sorry, that is of image classification in which we are using two labels, a particular data set that has two labels. So this is a very basic video for a person who is starting in deep learning and everything, or a person who is advanced to an expert level or whatever. So yes, starting on. Uh, the reason this is a very basic code that I have written, it's not very excessive. We are using a ResNet 50 model that is pre-trained, and we are freezing the layers and making sure the output layers are giving us the answers based on the number of classes we have. So moving on, the reason we are doing this particular like I'm making this video is to tell you that you can use ResNet 50 to train your own models on your own particular data sets. Okay. So what I have done here is the data set that is provided that I have created myself is basically consists of three folders, that is train, val, and test. Okay. So for each folder, there are number of folders that have this is only for image classification. Let me tell you this image classification for all the tasks that are that you will be facing in your life, hoping in your job or stuff. It will based on image classification. This is the data format that they will be following. Okay, for each folder, suppose you have n number of classes. Okay, so you have n is equal to your number of classes. Number of classes is equal to n. Number of classes is equal to n. That means you will have n number of folders, n number of folders with each with the name of class you are working with. For example, in our dataset, we have two classes that are masks and without mask. Okay, we have two classes. In each folder, in each subfolder of like I have a main directory. Let me write it here. I have a main directory, train while test. For each of them, there are in my dataset there are two folders named as the name of my own class, as the name of my class. Okay, so let me zoom it for you. I hope everything is visible to you guys. And yes, so now I will show you the dataset that I have created and how you will change it based on your based on your usage or anything. Okay, so you'll simply go here. This is my dataset that I am using to train my model. Okay, so this is without mask. This is my these are two of my classes. Okay, this is without mask and this is mask. Okay, so for each training, this is the train folder from which the model will take the training images, and based on these images, the model will train. This is my these are the videos. These are the folders that we will be using. Okay, so the thing that is interesting in my particular code is sometimes you call code from the data set, like from Torque we can import transforms models, and we can also import data sets from here. Okay, Pytorch has a very big data set directory for which you can use, to train multiple models of your own choice. Like you can change the architecture and anything. There is an interesting feature which comes in Torque vn.dataset import from folders. What it does, it takes a root directory name, like for train dataset, it is taking from data from the train folder in which it is applying the transformations that I have given it to it. These are not very like compulsory for everyone, but it is interesting that it helps us train the model very easily when you normalize the transforms and everything. It makes the training process simpler and better. And after that, we go into create data loaders. We create the data loaders, we provide them with a dataset path, they distribute them into multiple batches of 32. And you can also add the shuffle part and also the random state part. You can look into documentation, like you can look into the documentation here. On the very basic level, the reason we are making this video, we are not going to touch those things. So this is the interesting part. We will start with ResNet 18 model. Okay, we'll just run the model. It is started. Some parameters static, like not using them, we are freezing layer. For that, we are using this particular code and making sure that the fully connected layer at the end of the ResNet model, it is providing us with two classes. So our dataset is based on two classes. So yes, we are going to put two here. You can change the number as per the number of classes in your particular problem. Okay. So let me show you something interesting. These are the number of resonate models that you can use, and you can start them here and fine tune them and work however you want you to use however you want them to use. Okay, and yes, we will start with fine tuning this particular thing. We will run this code, and it is simply showing us the architecture of our particular resonate block, and and it will be showing us the resonate model. Okay, this is the whole resonant model that is going to be used. Okay, so we are using cross entropy loop. We'll start it and run our training loop and validation loop. It will start by giving us a warning. You can just avoid this. Like ignore it. It is starting from a training loss of 0.47. It will decrease because our images are for 826 for training, and some are for 150 are for validation for each class, and 100 are for testing accuracy. Here you can see 97, 98, and yes, you can keep going on with this. Our training is completed on 10 epochs. The training accuracy is around 98 and the validation accuracy is around 98. Okay, that's great. You can see how the validation was performed on all 10 epochs, accuracy and everything. So yes, starting from this. And yes, this is the interesting part where we are using a Tinker library. We are going to provide it with the images that we have not used in the training loop. We can just, if we are using the testing, that we can give it to them and upload. It's saying it's without mask. So I'm going to upload another image that is from mask. It is saying that it is wearing a mask. So yes, this is the end of my video. And yes, if you have any questions, just comment down below, and hoping to see you soon again. Thank you.